In today's hyper-connected world, we're constantly bombarded with noise, where every idea, emotion, and aspiration seems to demand attention on social media. Oversharing is often celebrated, but this endless exposure can leave us feeling drained, judged, and, at times, betrayed. What many overlook is that not every thought or goal needs to be broadcasted. True strength often lies in the art of discretion. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely noted, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." In our quest for approval, we risk losing touch with the essence of our dreams. We allow external chatter to drown out our authentic selves. Your aspirations and challenges are personal, and embracing the privacy required to nurture them can create a more profound relationship with yourself and those who genuinely matter. In this video, we'll delve into why protecting your dreams and future plan is essential in 2025. We'll uncover insights inspired by Stoic wisdom and modern psychology. Insights that will empower you to safeguard your inner peace, cultivate meaningful connections, and thrive in a world filled with distractions. Join us on this journey to discover how to keep your dreams close, allowing them to flourish in the quiet strength of your own ambitions. Number 1, guarding your dreams. Guarding your dreams and future plans might seem counterintuitive in a world that prizes openness and sharing. Yet, as we delve into Stoic philosophy, we find that some aspirations are best kept private, cultivated in quiet, until they are robust enough to stand on their own. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This powerful reminder highlights that our actions, not our words, form the core of a meaningful life. When we announce our plans too early, we expose them to external opinions, skepticism, and even negativity. Although feedback can be beneficial, it's crucial to remember that tender dreams are fragile. They are akin to newly sprouted seeds that can be crushed by criticism or doubt. By maintaining a private space for your plans, you protect your inner peace, allowing your vision to grow without interference. Consider the story of Emma, a dedicated individual who decided to embark on a transformative journey to run her first marathon, filled with excitement and ambition. She initially shared her plans with friends and family, seeking encouragement. However, amidst the well-meaning chatter, one person remarked, "A marathon? That sounds overly ambitious for you." This seemingly innocuous comment clouded Emma's thoughts. Sowing seeds of uncertainty, she began to second-guess her training routine, questioning whether she was fit enough or if she had committed too much time. Each run became a mental struggle, overshadowed by doubts that weren't there before. What if she had chosen to keep her marathon goal to herself, only sharing it after she crossed the finish line? The pride and joy of that victory would have spoken volumes. She could have silently nurtured her dream instead of subjecting it to potentially discouraging opinions. This principle transcends mere secrecy. It champions the necessity of developing resilience through silence, ensuring that your dreams are not weighed down by fear or external judgments. Practicing discretion can empower you. While Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, you have the autonomy to choose how and when to share your aspirations. Not everyone will grasp your vision, and that's perfectly all right. It's crucial to foster a space free from distractions, enabling you to remain steadfast in your quest to turn dreams into reality. When you eventually achieve your goals, let your actions tell the story. Furthermore, This power of silence extends beyond our dreams. It encompasses our personal and family struggles. While it is natural to seek empathy, we often face a challenge in discerning what to openly share. Striking a balance between seeking support and safeguarding our vulnerabilities is essential for maintaining peace and dignity. So, what guiding principles do you use to determine what to share? Understanding this boundary is crucial for preserving your sense of self and easing your emotional load. In summary, guarding your dreams and future plans is paramount. It cultivates strength and resilience, empowering you on your journey. Embrace the wisdom of silence as you nurture your hopes and ambitions, allowing them to flourish without unnecessary external interference. When you choose to protect what matters most to you, you foster a deep connection, not only with your inner self, but also with the world around you. Remember, your dreams deserve a safe place to grow, unburdened by the anxiety of premature sharing. So, let your aspirations be an intimate dialogue between you and your potential, allowing each step of your journey to unfold naturally. The lesson here: protect what you cherish, maintain discretion, and witness how your dreams can blossom into beautiful realities. Number 2, safeguarding family struggles. Have you ever noticed how some families are able to weather life's storms with calmness, while others seem to crumble under the weight of outside opinions? Why is it that when we share personal struggles, we often invite judgment, pity, or unwanted advice which can exacerbate our wounds rather than promote healing? In today's world, where sharing has become second nature for many, protecting our own and our family's challenges is not merely an act of discretion. It's a profound expression of self-respect and a vital step in preserving close relationships. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus astutely advised, keep silence for the most part and speak only when you must. And then briefly, this wisdom reminds us that not every burden needs to be publicly aired, especially if sharing could lead to misunderstandings, judgment, or unnecessary complications. Family units are often referred to as sanctuaries, where vulnerability can be openly shared without fear of betrayal. However, when family struggles become known to outsiders, that sanctuary can easily be compromised. The more people who become aware of your difficulties, the greater the chance for unsolicited opinions and judgments that can erode trust within the family. In our hyper-connected world, where social media encourages us to share every feeling, keeping certain private matters within the family is a powerful choice. This choice isn't about hiding in shame or secrecy. It is about honoring the dignity of the people you love. When challenges arise, displaying your grievances publicly can inadvertently fracture family bonds. It opens the door to external judgment that deepens discord. Let's reflect on the story of a couple, Susan and David, who found themselves facing severe financial difficulties during a tough economic climate, eager to gain support. Susan confided in a close friend. Although her friend had good intentions, that trust quickly backfired after the friend shared their situation with others. What started as a plea for understanding turned into whispered gossip and unsolicited advice that made its way to a larger social circle. David, who wore the mantle of being the family's pillar, felt his pride and self-esteem take a hit. The external judgments weighed heavily on their relationship, increasing the strain they were already experiencing. Ultimately, it was only when they chose to confront their issues privately that they began to heal their relationship. By collaborating without outside influence, they forged a solid plan to navigate their financial turbulence. and rekindled the strength of their bond. This illustrates a vital point. Discretion is not a weakness, but an act of respect for oneself and family. By opting to maintain their privacy, Susan and David took charge of their narrative and sidestepped the negative repercussions of public judgment. When you protect your family's personal struggles, you establish control over your emotional environment. Drawing from Stoic principles, we learn to focus on what we can influence and let go of factors beyond our control. Privacy becomes a powerful tool that helps shield our emotions and reactions during challenging times. The act of silence here is not passive. It's an active choice that gives you the space to reflect and tackle difficulties with clarity and togetherness. Silence creates a buffer against outside noise, allowing your family to resolve issues according to shared values, rather than crumbling under societal pressures. As we approach the future, think about the battles you might resolve more effectively within the safe confines of your home. How could safeguarding your family's privacy help you cultivate stronger, more resilient relationships? By choosing to keep your personal and family difficulties private, you're not isolating yourself. You're fostering an environment conducive to growth and healing, free from the scrutiny of others. As the Stoics have emphasized, true strength lies in our ability to maintain control. Sometimes that strength is exemplified through the simple act of keeping sacred things private. By doing this, we not only honor ourselves, but also nurture the most significant relationships in our lives. So, take this to heart. Protecting your family struggles is not merely a choice. It's a powerful, respectful act that lays the foundation for lasting love and understanding. Number 3, keeping your information safe. In today's digital world, if you believe your personal information is safe, it's time to reconsider. Protecting your information has become increasingly rare. In 2024 alone, hundreds of millions experienced data breaches, exposing them to cybercrimes like identity theft and financial fraud. The stark reality is that unethical individuals are constantly lurking online, ready to exploit your information for their gain. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, "Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool." This refrain serves as more than just a commentary on material wealth. It's a compelling reminder that we must fiercely protect what we treasure, including our personal and financial data. Understanding how your information can be misused is the first step towards safeguarding it. Your name, address, bank account details, and even something as seemingly harmless as your date of birth can open doors to your identity. While these details might appear benign to you, they are highly valuable assets for those with ill intentions. When you share information liberally, whether through careless clicks on phishing emails or overly candid posts on social media, you expose yourself to risks that might be beyond your immediate comprehension. The surge in cyber attacks and data leaks has put us all in a vulnerable position. Imagine if a hacker used just a few simple pieces of your information to impersonate you, access your financial accounts, or even tarnish your reputation. The emotional aftermath of such betrayals, fear, frustration, and lack of trust can be overwhelming. Consider the cautionary tale of Kevin Mitnick, once known as the world's most wanted hacker. Unlike many in his field who relied on advanced technology, Mitnick excelled in social engineering, successfully persuading individuals to give up sensitive information. In one case, he called an employee at a major corporation, pretended to be a co-worker, and straightforwardly asked for a password. His cunning manipulations granted him unauthorized access, showcasing how personal information can be exploited so easily. This story is a reminder that technology alone isn't at fault. Rather, people often underestimate the importance of protecting their valuable information. From a Stoic perspective, think of your financial and personal information as part of your inner fortress, deserving the utmost protection. Just as Stoicism encourages guarding our emotions against external pressures, it also advocates for minimal exposure of our personal details. As Marcus Aurelius articulated in Meditations, "If it's not right, do not do it. If it's not true, do not say it." This principle aligns perfectly with sharing information today. If divulging your details does not serve a clear purpose, refrain from doing it. Every unnecessary disclosure weakens your inner fortress. To implement Stoic wisdom in the digital landscape, cultivate self-discipline and awareness regarding whom you trust online. Limit how much personal information you disclose, even to acquaintances, unless absolutely required. Strengthen your online security by using strong, unique passwords and enabling two-factor authentication. Regularly review your social media privacy settings and refrain from oversharing. Additionally, educate yourself about common threats like phishing scams, fraudulent online appeals, and shady investment schemes. The more you understand these risks, the better you'll be at protecting yourself. Remember, protecting your personal and financial data isn't paranoia, it's prudence. Carelessness can lead to severe consequences, such as financial loss, identity theft, or significant stress. In a climate where your information is the new currency, a single misstep can create lasting repercussions. So, what steps are you currently taking to safeguard your personal and financial information? Have you updated your privacy settings or reconsidered the details you're sharing online? Let's resolve to protect our inner fortresses in 2025 and beyond. Like the Stoic thinkers before us, let's focus on what we can control, our habits, choices, and vigilance, and embrace the peace that comes from being proactive. Your experiences matter, so share how you manage your privacy in the comments below. Together, we can foster a strong Number 4, honoring the trust of others. Trust is a powerful force that underpins our relationships. To trust someone, you must first hold respect for them. It seems like a straightforward concept, but it bears repeating. Without trust, respect is merely a shell. And relationships, no matter how deep, will wither under the burden of uncertainty. One of the greatest expressions of trust occurs when someone confides in you, revealing a personal truth or vulnerability. How you handle this entrusted information reveals a great deal about your character and the respect you have for others. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus succinctly advised, "Keep silence for the most part and speak only when you must," and then briefly. This wisdom underscores reliability. When someone shares their challenges or aspirations with you, they are offering a piece of themselves. If you speak carelessly or worse, share their thoughts with others, you not only betray their trust, but also undermine the respect they bestowed upon you. In this context, choosing silence isn't a passive act. It's an active commitment to honor the trust they've placed in you. Take James, a successful entrepreneur who understands the critical value of maintaining trust. In both his personal and professional life, despite a demanding schedule, he prioritizes his close-knit circle of friends, people who have been by his side through life's ups and downs. A significant moment for James arose when he faced a daunting business decision, one that could shape his career. In search of guidance, He confided in his trusted friends, who offered valuable insights while also keeping his concerns confidential. What stands out is that even amid immense public pressure, none of his private discussions ever leaked. Enabling him to navigate his crisis effectively, James later reflected that it was the unwavering respect and discretion of his friends that empowered him to make the right choices for his business. His experience serves as a vital reminder. Respecting the vulnerability of others lays a stable foundation for trust and connection. When someone reveals their secrets to you, they're taking a leap of faith, signaling, "I trust you to handle this part of me with care." Disregarding that trust can create ripple effects, breaking bonds, and altering how that person views trust in future relationships. In an era dominated by transparency and the urge to share everything, the capacity to keep certain matters private becomes a rare and valued trait. It reflects your discipline, empathy, and most importantly, your respect for the people in your life. To truly honor someone's trust, treat every secret shared with you as a sacred vow. Consider the weight of their words and the courage it took for them to share that part of themselves. How would you feel if the roles were reversed? By exercising this kind of empathy, you'll reinforce the importance of discretion in your interactions. As you move through your life, ask yourself, who has shown you trust? What secrets have they confided in you? And how do you honor that trust? As you look toward 2025 and beyond, aim to cultivate relationships where respect and trust walk hand in hand, nurturing bonds that can withstand the tests of time. Remember the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your response to others' trust should embody integrity and unwavering respect. Ultimately, the legacy of trust you build today will serve as the foundation for the relationships you cherish tomorrow. Number 5, discerning health conversations. Being discerning about sharing your health struggles is essential. We often hear the phrase, sharing is caring. However, there's a significant difference between sharing to seek comfort and sharing to truly find help. Stoic philosophers, emphasizing self-control and inner strength, encourage us to thoughtfully choose when to discuss our health challenges and to whom we disclose them. Ideally sharing with those who can genuinely provide support. Our health isn't something to be flaunted carelessly, especially not for the sake of casual conversation. Vulnerability can forge connections, but it can also expose us to judgment, unsolicited advice, or even pity, which can deepen our feelings of distress rather than alleviate them. By being mindful of whom we open up to, we can safeguard our mental and emotional strength. Sharing with the wrong person can lead to feelings of inadequacy, even if the intent behind their response is good. Conversely, when you share with someone who possesses emotional intelligence and the ability to offer meaningful support, you may find relief in your struggles. Such a person can help you frame your difficulties in a way that fosters strength rather than weakness. A great example to consider is Stephen Hawking, the renowned British theoretical physicist who battled a myotrophic lateral sclerosis. Rather than allowing his diagnosis to define him, Hawking chose to limit his discussions about his health to those who could genuinely assist him. Despite facing physical challenges, he maintained a sharp mind and focused on groundbreaking scientific work, proving that he would not be overshadowed by his health concerns. This deliberate choice to control his narrative allowed him to preserve his autonomy and dignity, qualities that are deeply admired. There is undeniable power in silence. When it comes to personal issues, by refraining from oversharing, You reserve your energy and strength for the challenges that lie ahead, instead of diluting it with unhelpful external opinions. Stoic philosophy teaches that true peace of mind stems from focusing on what is within our control. Health matters are deeply personal and often require careful consideration before sharing. Furthermore, oversharing might attract unwanted negative attention or sympathy, which does not aid in healing. Remember that the opinions of others, whether they offer pity or perceive you as weak, do not determine your ability to overcome challenges. Your strength comes from your response and determination to stand firm in your dignity amidst adversity. However, being discerning does not mean you have to endure everything alone in silence. Recognizing when to seek professional help or emotional support is crucial. The essence of Stoicism lies in a thoughtful approach to whom you confide in regarding health matters. When shared selectively with those who truly understand, such discussions can significantly influence your healing journey. As we approach 2025, let's pause and reflect on the wisdom that Stoic philosophy offers us. In managing health struggles, maintain a careful approach to expressing vulnerability and choose your confidants wisely. When you decide to share, ensure it's purposeful, not merely to seek pity or validation, but to gain constructive insights and support. Have you ever faced the dilemma of whom to share your health issues with? How do you choose the people in your life that deserve to hear your vulnerabilities? I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below so we can continue this important conversation. Ultimately, embracing discretion in sharing will help you cultivate meaningful relationships and foster a supportive environment that enhances your well-being. Number 6, guarding your vulnerabilities and fears. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skilled pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Epictetus. Vulnerability is an intrinsic part of our humanity. We all have our fears and weaknesses. However, sharing these vulnerabilities with untrustworthy individuals can lead to serious consequences, potentially exposing us to judgment or exploitation. Protecting our most sensitive aspects is not just about maintaining our inner peace. It's also crucial for preserving self-esteem and shielding ourselves from those who might take advantage of our openness. Vulnerability isn't just about voicing our fears. It involves revealing parts of ourselves that we might prefer to keep hidden. This emotional state often comes with uncertainty and that unsettling feeling of losing control. Opening up and embracing vulnerability means accepting the possibility of being hurt. But it doesn't mean you should confide in anyone who happens to be around. Consider the story of Teresa. She once opened up about her fears and insecurities, only to find herself surrounded by people who didn't have her best interests at heart. Initially, her openness brought her comfort, but it soon led to manipulation from those she trusted. This experience not only caused her emotional damage, but also left her feeling unsafe when it came to sharing in the future. The fear of being hurt often stems from past betrayals or disappointing experiences with people we once trusted. When we fail to guard ourselves from toxic relationships, we can easily become wary and disconnected from others. This, however, is a part of normal personal growth. Stoicism teaches us that fear is a fleeting emotion, one we can confront rather than let it dictate our reactions. However, when we share our concerns with unreliable individuals, we risk exposing our vulnerabilities to those who may exploit them. Insincerity, mockery, and betrayal can inflict wounds that often run deeper than physical harm. you may find yourself ensnared in feelings of insecurity, spiraling into an overwhelming sense of losing control over your life and emotions. To counter these fears, start by nurturing a strong sense of self-esteem. Recognize your worth beyond achievements and accolades. Your true value is found in your inner peace and tranquility. Next, be choosy about your relationships. Share your most intimate feelings only with those you genuinely trust, those who can listen non-judgmentally and provide support when needed. Remember, vulnerability isn't a sign of weakness. It is, in fact, an act of courage. You must learn to embrace both your strengths and your weaknesses. Stoicism encourages you to accept what you cannot change, while honing your ability to manage your responses. It's okay to be open to help, but only from people you trust and feel safe with. Seeking help is not a sign of defeat. It's a powerful demonstration of resilience. You're not in this struggle alone, but it's crucial to select carefully who you allow to walk alongside you on this journey. Avoid oversharing just to gain validation, as doing so can undermine your self-esteem and expose your vulnerabilities unnecessarily. As we navigate our lives, let's reflect on how we can effectively guard our vulnerabilities, while still embracing the courage to be authentic. How do you determine who is worthy of knowing your fears? Protecting your emotional landscape is vital, and by being discerning about your vulnerabilities, you not only safeguard your well-being, but also lay a stronger foundation for deeper connections when the time is right. In embracing this practice, you will discover the beauty of balancing openness with discretion, creating a fulfilling dialogue within yourself and with those you truly trust. Number 7, the strength of silence. In today's world, where social media dominates our daily lives, the urge to overshare can feel overwhelming. Picture this: you're in a lively coffee shop, surrounded by friends, laughter bubbling up as stories are shared. However, do you ever pause and ask yourself whether you're sharing genuinely or seeking validation? When conversations shift to personal matters, it's crucial to reflect. Are you sharing to connect or to create a polished image for approval? It's all too easy to fall into the trap of oversharing in a culture that constantly demands our attention, where even our most intimate thoughts, our moments, seem to require likes and comments to validate our worth. But do we really need that external recognition to feel complete? As you consider your interactions, think about the two paths before you. One leads to openly sharing every thought and achievement, all for the sake of social validation. The other allows you to thoughtfully select what to share, keeping your most essential moments private, to safeguard your mental peace. Opting for the latter path nurtures self-respect and protects the sanctity of your innermost thoughts. Oversharing can diminish the significance of these personal experiences, and it can take a toll on your emotional well-being. Every time you seek external validation, you risk exposing parts of your true self to others who may not appreciate their value. Remember, recognition is fleeting. The applause from others doesn't define your worth. Life is filled with individuals who may not fully understand or appreciate your feelings or thoughts. While they might empathize, they often respond based on their own perceptions rather than your realities. This endless need for approval can cause you to lose sight of who you are. Choosing to maintain silence about your significant moments is a powerful act of self-discipline. It's an acknowledgement of your personal strength. Sharing joy and accomplishments is wonderful, but Stoicism teaches that it's equally essential to know when to hold back. Doing so preserves your inner tranquility and allows you to cherish your life's milestones more deeply. When you stop needing validation from others, you liberate yourself from the stress of living up to external judgments. Ultimately, oversharing becomes exhausting. It creates an unseen burden as you navigate your life under the scrutiny of others. Instead of seeking approval, focus on this. Foster self-respect. Build resilience. Grow emotional intelligence. When you choose to keep your deepest emotions private, you're demonstrating strength and leading a fulfilling life without anyone's approval. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The way you manage your silence and choose what to disclose speaks volumes about your character and your inner peace. You don't need to share every detail of your life to feel fulfilled. Sometimes true strength lies in silence. Protect what matters most to you. Enhance your emotional well-being and assert your dignity, and especially in challenging times. The ability to know when to keep certain things private, from personal goals to deep emotions, leads to a life of peace and stability. So, how do you approach the concept of privacy in your life? Have you found ways to use silence as a tool for maintaining calmness during stressful situations? I encourage you today to share your thoughts below as we explore this essential aspect of emotional health together. And remember, the power of discretion can truly transform your relationships and your self-image, enabling you to nurture your soul in a cluttered world. Thank you for being part of this conversation, and here's to a more centered, more resilient 2025.